Well, hello. So, welcome to the video or vlog. I don't know what this is going to be. This is actually an exploration for me. So, I had a mentor one time tell me if you're doing something new, always document it and record it. So, that's what I'm doing. So, I thought I would share what I'm working on. This is a lot harder than I thought it would be. So, Magical Beauty is my cosmetic line that I had to put on hiatus because guess what? Life be lifing. And my life was a little unstable, and so I had to put that on the back burner for a while. There was a lot of moves, there was a lot of changes and shifts in my life. And so I had to put that on the back burner. But it's always been something that has always been at the back of my mind. So I am at the point where I want to start it over. Not start it over because it's not really starting over, but revamping it, bringing it back, and that. So I have been toying around with the idea of starting a new YouTube channel where I actually talk about entrepreneurship, business. It's always been a huge passion of mine, business and entrepreneurship and creating. So that's where I'm at is my businesses and starting a new YouTube channel talking about the journey of entrepreneurship and businesses. So I have been an entrepreneur for about 15 years and technically I have about 4 businesses, maybe 3 technically. And those are things that I have to put in effort. They're not passive, where they're not products, they're like service. So I have to put in effort to do them. So I have my coaching business, my mentoring and coaching business, where I write my books and I do my YouTube channel and those kind of things. And I also have my online education platform, which is Impact You. And we have a podcast and we do courses and workshops and things like that. And that requires me to actually do it. I have been going through some things, so I kind of put those on hiatus. And so there's that. And then I also have a Manifesting Made Basic product line as well. And so Manifesting Made Basic is my brand, and I have a book under there, and that's the brand. So there's those things. And I've done other things. My main business was always doing workshops and speaking events and events. And so I would produce events. And if you're familiar with producing events, then it's kind of like, I always say, it's kind of like flipping houses. So you might hire a speaker or you might have an idea for an event. And so you invest and you have to promote it. And so you invest up front and hopefully you'll get a profit on the back end. So just like flipping houses, you'll invest into the property and hopefully you'll sell it for a profit. It's kind of along the same line. So sometimes with events, you'll make a profit and sometimes you might take a loss or you might break even. It really depends on a lot of variables, how many people showed up, what were your costs, and did you have to pay the speaker and all of the things. So for me, with the event business, do I want to put in the effort and invest upfront to possibly get a profit on the back end? So sometimes I'm in the mood for it. And honestly, I have to be excited for the event. My excitement for producing an event really goes into the momentum. Whether I'm excited about it is the effort and energy I'm going to put into it. And sometimes especially as recently, because of some personal things I've been going through, I just don't have the energy to put into it. So I've kind of been toying around with ideas for other things and and honestly, I have to say, my kids are older I was in a different phase of my life, and my kids are older, and now they are getting their own lives. And for me, I started thinking, where do I see myself in the future, and what is going to bring me joy, and what's going to light me up? And I can't give up business. I can't give up entrepreneurship and creating things. And so, what on a day to day basis do I want to feel like? And what does that look like? And all the things. And so, like I said, Magical Beauty, my cosmetic line, is something that I'm super passionate about. It's infused with real pearls, with pearl powder. And I believe in the product. I believe in pearl powder and how it's changed my skin. And so I really want to bring that back. And so what started that actually was I did 2 videos that went super viral on my YouTube channel on pearl powder. And seemingly people had interest in pearl powder just like I did. And so I was like, well, maybe I can bring this product to the market. And so that was the start of Magical Beauty. Now, I've done other businesses that have had success, but sometimes if it requires a lot of effort and I don't have it to give, then sometimes it just, you let that go, and sometimes you just want to try something new. So when it comes to business, I've done a lot of things. I've done products, I've done service, I've had things manufactured, sampled, and done the marketing side of things, the branding side of things. And it's always so exciting for me. It's like you're giving birth to something incredible. And that's what draws me to entrepreneurship. And I just love the human psychology of it all, too. So I'm excited about starting my YouTube channel and talking about business and the successes and the pitfalls that I've experienced when it comes to business, and sharing the insights and when it comes to certain things, because I've done a lot. And one of the things that I think is important for entrepreneurs is to really speak about what's emerging, what is new. AI is really changing the game when it comes to business. We have, what is it? They call it agentic. I think that's how you say it. AI, where you literally have digital workers for your business. And this is really changing business, how we do business, entrepreneurship, and what we are capable of, especially as solo entrepreneurs, what we're capable of doing. So I love talking about tech. I love talking about AI. I like to forecast where business is going, what's emerging, different tactics and strategies when it comes to business. So I'm really excited to really start my YouTube journey when it comes to entrepreneurship. Now, I will say, I have talked about business and marketing and strategy and all the things when it comes to business on my other YouTube channel, which is more of a spiritual YouTube channel. And those 2 things were a little not related. So I figure, and so I got away from talking about business and entrepreneurship, though it does often come up with a lot of things that I do. So I'm excited to have this dedicated YouTube channel talking about all sorts of business things, all the strategies, all the things, different types of businesses, whether it be, honestly, I think we're getting away from digital products, digital things because of AI and what AI is capable of doing. But I think that finding the opportunity in it is where our mind should be. Instead of moving in this emerging industry with fear, how can it be helpful? How can we leverage this and do more incredible things? So I'm excited to really talk about the different sides of things, whether it's like I have an idea for a food product business, which I'm excited for, and the things that go into that, how it is with product businesses and the different nuances when it comes to products and shipping and the way the political climate is. It's a little harder if you're outsourcing overseas, those kind of things, and the profit margin when it comes to that kind of thing, when you're doing services and scalability, all the things that these different industries offer. And I think that if you're a serial entrepreneur like me and you love creating, you just love the business side of things and really just being in your creativity, then you want to get your hands in these different things and you want to know what's emerging. You want to know these different business ideas that exist and that might be a great fit for you. So I'm really excited about this. There's so many different avenues in which you can go when it comes to generating the lifestyle that you want, whether it's getting into real estate and doing the flipping. To me, I like producing events because it's similar to flipping houses, but it's not as heavy as owning a home and having to put up and have to raise capital if you don't have it, raise funds and actually have to hire contractors and things like that. That's why I prefer events, because it offers the same kind of thing but less skin in the game, so to speak. You can really control a lot of it. You can get real scrappy and actually do the speaking yourself. You can negotiate speaking fees and negotiate book sales and all sorts of things. Negotiate with flipping houses. It's a little more challenging. Like, you have a mortgage, you know what I mean? And then time is of the essence. Now with an event, it's really flexible. You can give yourself a lot of time to promote and get the ticket sales up, all the things, or you can do it in a short amount of time and really invest financially into it. It really depends. And I just love the flexibility that events offer when it comes to that kind of thing. So there's that. And then there's businesses that have a heavy investment up front. And then there's ones that don't really have any investment and you can have a good upside. So there's so many different things when it comes to business and serial entrepreneurship and really diversifying. I like diversification. I think that it's the way to play. And ultimately, that's what we're doing, is playing, because that's what life is about. It's this play and seeing what you're capable of, and it's fun. I personally can't see myself living a life without entrepreneurship, without exploring these different things that are available to us. To me, this is play. This is life. This is what it's all about. So I'm excited about this YouTube channel and sharing my journey on my different business ideas and my businesses and my entrepreneurial things, whether it's what I create as a personal brand or just getting into real estate. I've done the real estate thing. I'm not sure if now's the time to really invest in real estate, but we'll see. There's varying schools of thought when it comes to all of it, actually, especially when it comes to real estate. So I am excited about this and sharing the journey. I love hearing people's stories when it comes to their businesses, how they started it, how they got into things. And so perhaps we'll have guests and learn about different business ideas and talk about different strategies, what's emerging, what's new, and all the things. So if you are a serial entrepreneur like me, you love business, you love entrepreneurship, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. I actually I guess this is my first video. I did not plan this to be my first video. I was just going to get some footage of me to make a reel or I don't know. But then I started talking and here we are. So if you, like I said, if you love business, if you love talking about business, if you love talking about wealth and building things, this is the channel for you. We're going to talk about product businesses. We're going to talk about service businesses. We're going to talk about real estate. We're going to talk about AI. We're going to talk about the intangible businesses as well, like services and SaaS and all the things. So if that's what interests you, you are in the right place. You can subscribe and I will check you in the next video. Peace.